Not stressful at all. So it looks like World War III started because Putin invaded Ukraine. It wasn't a minor incursion like Biden said that he was hoping for. Yeah. Oh no, it's like troops are in. Apparently, troops are in Kiev. I'll get to that in a minute. There's some fighting going on there. Putin tried to take the airfield in the capital so he could just fly in more troops because that's the kind of thing you want to do when you're flat out invading a country. But hey, in the meantime, some good news here. There's someone that they're referring to as the Ghost of Kiev. This guy is a fighter pilot, Ukrainian fighter pilot who already has 5 or 6 kills. Air to air kills. So, looks like the Ukrainians are, you know, giving it to the Russians as much as they can. There's video footage I found of something getting blown out of the sky in the middle of the night. Something big. And stories keep popping up. Apparently, this guy also has an apprentice who's doing fairly well. It's not uncommon for fighter pilots to work in teams of 2, so who knows what exactly is going on up there, and maybe the history books will be able to tell us in the future. Kind of exciting. Kind of wish it wasn't happening, but hey, apparently bad shit needs to happen in order for some people to find their purpose, and I'm glad that this guy is up there kicking some ass. So I'm going to go back to the Kiev thing because this is where America has seriously gone off the rails. We're no longer a train. We're just plowing into a field, coming to a screeching halt. There's no recovering the situation. I keep seeing these articles, news stories like CNN, where they're Kiev. They keep saying Kiev, and then when they show it on the screen, it's either K-E-E-V or K-Y-I-V, which I have never seen the capital of Ukraine spelled that way. And I, at first, didn't know what the hell they were talking about because that's the point of language, is that we can communicate by using the same words and know what the hell the other person is saying. So I looked into this, and come to find out, this new pronunciation / spelling is because the old spelling is based on Russian, and the new one is based on Ukrainian, so they're like, it's more respectful for the Ukrainians who are being invaded, and our sanctions are designed to, this came from the White House, not do anything. As one person put it on Twitter, son, go to your room where you have your PlayStation 5, all the candy and soda in the world, a Russian hooker, and then come out and tell me what you did wrong. Here's the other kicker. So, these sanctions, not only did Biden, not only did he limit the amount of oil coming into the country, because you shut down some pipelines, you stopped the lease of land for fracking and future drilling, dwindling down our supply, so we have to rely on other people, like the global market, which is primarily Russia, Saudi Arabia, Iran, people we like. And now they're speculating, because of everything that he's done in the last week. We're looking at $4 a gallon for gas. The last time gas was $4 a gallon, well, let's see here. The U.S. economy came to a screeching halt. Wall Street was begging for money from the White House, which they gave them. The post office. How many people remember the fact that the post office started to only deliver mail on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because they couldn't afford the gas to deliver mail 6 days a week? That is what we're looking at. It's not just the post office. This is going to be your shipments from Amazon. This is going to be FedEx and UPS. Our economy right now is largely based on you going on your phone, yeah, I'll buy that, click, and not thinking about how it gets to your goddamn house. And that is going to come to a screeching halt. So you might want to learn where to get shit in your own area, because it's you can order something, it can say it's on its way, but you're gonna want to start looking at that estimated delivery time, because it could be way out there. Also, these people that depend on these shipments of, like, what is it, the Ready Box, the green meal things. I don't know, where it's the thing. The thing. You get the box and it's got all the food in it and you have to cook it. You just don't have to go to the grocery store and get all the stuff. They send it straight to you. Then you're still making your own meal, which is a horribly stupid idea. It's like the places where you make your own pizza and then you take it home and cook it. Just make your own pizza at home, dumbass. Did I mention that yesterday China went into the Taiwanese airspace 9 times and they had to scramble fighter jets in order to get the Chinese to leave? So I guess I'm going to just continue to ramble on different news headlines, because we have like a year's worth of news happening in, well, today's Friday, 5 days. And, oh man. What was it? There was the legal battle. This goes back to the gas thing. In the courts, where Biden was, terminating these leases and shutting down oil production in the U.S., and the court came back and said it was okay because of the cost to the climate. Meanwhile, he's talking about nuclear war. Power plants bad, bombs good. Does this make any sense to anybody else? Did I mention he's also asking volunteers from our own border patrol down on the Mexican border to go over to Ukraine and help defend the border on Poland? I'm not kidding. Another news story. The White House / Pentagon admits to giving Biden a series of options of cyber attacks to carry out on Russia. This is a real war, right? So, like, some dude on YouTube shouldn't know this information. Because if I know this information, Russia fucking knows this information, which means they can either strike first and counter whatever it is we're planning on doing, or prepare for the attacks that we're going to do, in which case it's not going to do anything. Why the hell do you tell people what the fuck you're going to do if you're at war? I know, this is Obama 2.0. This is this is when Obama is like, hey, we're going to start pulling troops out of Afghanistan, and then the Taliban are like, we can do whatever the hell we want because they're leaving. It emboldens your enemy. And apparently, people don't learn from their mistakes, because we ended up in Afghanistan for 10 years longer than we initially wanted to be there, because somebody kept running their mouth on what they were going to do. And now we have Biden in office who's telling Putin what to do and what to not do, and Putin's just like... And And now we have our media saying what exactly we're planning to do in retaliation for this invasion. This is mind boggling. This is. And it's not even like propaganda. It's not. I want to look at the news story and say, okay, this is supposed to be a warning towards Putin that if you can continue on with what it is you're doing, it's already too late. There's no like trying to get this guy to turn back around and just go back into Russia and be like, I just wanted to come and say hi. No, it's too late for that. The sanctions too late for that. And instead, we are broadcasting what our actions are going to be against this other army. It's insane. It's like, why don't we just go on Twitter and just start telling them, like, yeah, we're sending 7,000 guys into Poland. By the way, we're selling Stinger missiles to the Ukrainians. We're also going to start supplying. Yeah, this is all stuff that we're doing. And it's all broadcast to Putin where he can just, oh, Stinger missiles? Yeah, we can counter that. Yeah, oh my god, my head just freaking hurts from all this. So, in my head, because, I have been watching this whole situation for over a decade. Sanctions, I laughed when they talked about sanctions because I read the news. I keep track of what's been going on. China and Putin have been trying to kill the dollar for quite a while now. And I believe it was 2013 when China and Russia agreed that they're going to trade oil in their own currency instead of the US dollar, helping kill the petrodollar. Um, they've both been hoarding gold and silver for ages now, building actual vaults to house it all in, probably so they can have their own gold backed currency instead of the freaking garbage that we create. Yeah, so sanctions. Oh, and Putin also made it illegal for any Russian citizen to have or use the US dollar within trade. So when they talk about seizing bank accounts and whatnot, what bank accounts are you looking at? Because they don't have any US dollars for you to regulate. Good job, fucking idiots. So here's my worry, and I tend to say this at work and other places as a casual joke. Just wait for Putin to shut the power off. Then people give me this look like that can happen. So, found this the other day at the bookstore. It's a big ass book on all kinds of things. And granted, I already have a huge library of like country living, organic farming, butchering, shooting, trapping, fishing, home repair with hand tools. You name it, I probably freaking have it upstairs in the library. But hey, I came across this, which I think I already own a copy. And because guess what? If the power does get turned off, not only are my neighbors going to be coming over here to try to figure out if somebody has any idea what the hell to do, I want to have information to hand off to them so that they can start going and doing things on their own. And yeah, so for $5, I mean, this is a pretty good investment. The other thing I'm going to do before gas goes up to $4 a gallon is I'm going to take all my freaking gas tanks that I have in the root cellar right now, take the truck down, top off the truck, fill the gas tanks, fill my car, because the truck sits there. It's basically made for hauling shit. So yeah, if the power goes off, I can still move stuff around the property, get a garden going, move some fence posts, chop some wood, set it out so it can dry out over the season, so I can heat the fucking house over the winter. Yeah, this is all stuff I'm thinking about now because Red Dawn, baby, Wolverines. So I'm going to leave you with this last little bit of advice. If the power goes off and you come across somebody, and I would casually bring up in some way Ukraine, Then ask them what the capital is. And if they say Kiev instead of Kiev, just let them mosey on away because they're already getting bad information and don't know what the fuck you're talking about and probably not worth keeping around. I mean, it's just, that's just my thinking. You're listening to the wrong news source before all this shit went down. You really have no idea what the fuck is happening. And odds are you're really aching for a Starbucks. Meanwhile, I'm probably going to be digging a well or something. So anyways, happy Friday. It might be your payday. It was my payday. I'm going to go cash that shit out before bank accounts get frozen or disappear. Because that is the world we live in now. Keep on typing.